Hello students, today I will teach you class 6 science chapter 6 changes around us. In this chapter today I will begin with a new topic which is irreversible changes. Irreversible changes. Irreversible changes means those changes from which we cannot again obtain the original substance. So we can say that a change in which cannot be reversed to form the original substance is called an irreversible change. Is called an irreversible change. For example, the burning of paper. Burning of paper is a irreversible change. Irreversible change, how we can say this? Because if we burn a piece of paper, it converted into ash and smoke, and we cannot obtain again the paper from the ash and smoke. So we can say that the burning of paper is a irreversible change. It is an irreversible change because we cannot again obtain the original paper from its ashes and smoke. Some other various changes are also falls into the category of irreversible changes. So let us discuss one by one. Like burning of fuels like coal, wood, LPG, petroleum, etc. Because if once we burnt a wood piece, then it converted into smoke and ashes, and from smoke and ashes we cannot again the original wood piece. So the burning of fuel like wood, petroleum, coal, LPG, these are the an irreversible changes. And other changes are formation of curd from milk because curd is made from milk when we add a very small quantity of previously made curd is added into the warm milk and after some time it changes into a curd, and this curd cannot be changed back into the milk by any means or any ways. So we can say that the formation of curd from the milk, it is a type of an irreversible change. Other changes are like cooking of food. Cooking of food. Cooking food is obtained when we cook a raw food material, then it is converted into a cooked food, and by the cooked food we cannot again get back the original raw material food. That's why we can say that cooking of food is also an example of an irreversible change. And so on, some other examples like rusting of iron, rusting of iron, grinding of wheat grains, grinding of wheat grains into flour, into flour, ripening of fruits, ripening of fruits, growth of a plant, formation of flower from bud, formation of flower from bud. All these are the irreversible changes. And breaking of toy, breaking of toy is also an irreversible change, because if we drop a toy, unfortunately it breaks into a number of small pieces and we cannot get back the original toy again from the broken pieces. That's why we can say that the breaking of toy is also an irreversible change. And aging of a man, aging of a man is also an irreversible change, because a young man ages ultimately becomes an old man, but we cannot change an old man again back into a young man. So aging of a man Aging of a man is also a type of irreversible change. And some other examples like plaster of Paris, plaster of Paris, briefly it is called POP, plaster of Paris. It is also a type of irreversible change. What is POP or plaster of Paris? It is a white powdery substance powdery substance which immediately sets which immediately sets to a hard mass on adding what? On adding water to it. Water to it. It is white in color and powder nature. When we add water to it, it becomes hard in nature, and it is used for plastering a broken bones, and it helps to join the bones by using plaster of Paris. So why we called the plaster of Paris or POP is a irreversible change? The setting of it on mixing water is a type of irreversible change, because once a thick coat of the plaster of Paris is applied over the fractured bone of a person, the POP sets and becomes hard on drying and keeps the fracture board in place to join together. And this is once sets, then cannot be reversed. So the setting of plaster of Paris, we can say that the setting of plaster of Paris on mixing with water is an irreversible change. In the same way, setting of cement on mixing with water is also a type of irreversible change, because once a water is added to the cement, it sets into a hard mass after some time, and after drying it cannot be reversed back into the original state. That's why we can also say that the setting of cement on mixing with water is also an irreversible change. In the same way, the burning of an essence state like agarbatti, it is also an irreversible change. The burning of an essence state is also an irreversible change. So in this class we have studied about the various changes related to irreversible, and I hope all of you understand this topic very carefully. In next class we will study about the some changes occurs in the materials the various materials involve both changes, reversible and irreversible changes in some process, and in next class we will study about these two changes which are involved in the same materials. Okay, thank you.